What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to Reimagining Manchester United. Today we've got two big games, a title decider versus Arsenal, and an FA Cup final versus Liverpool. We only need a point versus Arsenal, and we will guarantee the title for the Premier League, back-to-back Premier League titles. If we lose, Liverpool are only facing Burnley, or not Burnley, Brighton. Brighton are 8th, so that might not be the easiest, but Liverpool should handle Brighton. They're 40 points ahead of them. So I don't anticipate Liverpool losing that match. So we need to get at least a draw against Arsenal. I feel like this is either going to be Liverpool winning 2 trophies. If we lose against Arsenal, I think we're going to lose against Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Or it's going to be us winning 2 trophies. If we beat Arsenal, I think we beat Liverpool in the FA Cup final. So either us or Liverpool are going to be winning 2 trophies today. It might be split, but I just doubt that happens. Form is so important that whoever wins against if we win against Arsenal, I think if it's convincing, if we just eke out a 1-0 win and a striker doesn't score a goal, we might be losing against Liverpool. But if we can convincingly beat Arsenal, we are going to continue that form into beating Liverpool. I feel confident. But the last match we played, we had one match between last episode and now. We played Fulham in the Premier League. We beat them 3-0. Pretty comfortable victory. Martial playing decently well. He got a goal. Sula got a goal. Tellez with a penalty in his first game back. Shaw had a terrible game last game. He's been in pretty bad form, so I gave Tellez the nod, and he played well. So this is the squad I'm going to go with against Arsenal for the title decider. McTominay keeps his place. He's been playing pretty well. Skriniar stays in his space. Sula got that goal, so he's staying in. David De Gea, he's scheduled to return to full training tomorrow, but I'm not going to risk him. I don't want him to get injured in the match because I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench. So I'm just going to go with Dean Henderson for this match. Save De Gea for the FA Cup final. Bissaka's going to start at right back. Dodo is back, but he's not fully match sharp, and Wan-Bissaka's been playing all right recently, so I'm going to give Wan-Bissaka the nod. Camavinga gets the nod of deep line playmaker. Kimmich has decided to be awful again, so it seems like he only plays well if he's transfer listed, so I might just transfer list him just so he plays well. I don't know. It's weird. He only plays well when he's transfer listed. It's just the fact. Tellez gets the start even though he's not fully match sharp. He's just played too well to not play him, and Shaw's been too bad. Shaw's been awful. So Brandon Williams comes in to be the backup left back. I'm going with Bruno Fernandes and Donny van de Beek. Van de Beek just played a little bit better than Pogba did last game, so I'm going to give Van de Beek the nod. He's been in pretty good form this season. Rashford and Martial are going to be the strike partnership still. Mason Greenwood's still not back. Patson Daka's not in very good form. And Amad Diallo's in absolutely horrific form, so it's got to be Martial and Rashford. So let's get into the game, see if we can win the title. Or if we're just going to completely bottle it, which it could be either one. I don't really know. It's a crapshoot at this point. As you can see on the official team sheet, their manager currently is Craig Shakespeare, so Thierry Henry has been fired. I think they're currently in 10th place, and that apparently wasn't good enough for one season of Thierry Henry. I feel like that was a little bit too early to fire Henry after one mediocre season. They've been mediocre for a while, so you can't really blame Thierry Henry for that. They've got Gaetan Laborde up top. I'm not even totally sure who that is. Otavio at left wing. Thiago Almada at attacking midfielder. Tauvin at right wing. This is a completely different Arsenal squad. Saka's playing left back. Mari and Holding at center back. So it's not a great looking squad. I feel like we should be able to beat that. No more Lacazette. I don't know if he's hurt or if they got sold. So, yeah, this is a pretty weak Arsenal squad, really. So we should be able to win this match. I'm going to pump my fists and say, I'm going to actually not pump my fists. This is a massive match, and if you can pick up where you left off last time, then you'll have got a great chance today. I have faith. Everyone's motivated. Elsewhere, Liverpool face Brighton, hoping to keep their title hopes alive. Do you think they have a chance of winning this competition? I'm just concentrating on my own team. I have nothing to say about Liverpool. Having the best defense in the Premier League must have you looking forward to another win. I'm proud of that record and the work that's gone into it. We'll continue to work hard to keep getting better. We're in very inconsistent form. By our form, this should be a loss, but I think we're too good to lose to Arsenal. Arsenal lost 3 in a row. They did win the last 2. Who's this Laborde guy? He is a very average striker from Montpellier, I think that is. Yeah. So they've got a very average striker up top. They've got a pretty average squad, really. Obviously, Saka's really good, but playing him at left back, I don't really know about that. Partey and Tonali's a pretty good midfielder. Talvin's really good. Bellerin's pretty good, but I don't know. I feel like we should be able to beat this Arsenal squad pretty comfortably. They only have 47 points. So we nearly have 50 more points than Arsenal this season. Surely we can't lose this game. All we need is a draw. I think we can do that. Bruno Fernandes with the corner into Shula, but it hits the post or the crossbar. I'm not sure which. It gets cleared out. Could have been a nice early goal from Shula. He's only scored like 9 goals this season, which is pretty good still, but I was expecting a little bit more. I think McTominay also has 9 goals, so that's pretty impressive. Martial with the ball, going to run around his man, hits the post again. 2 word work hits in the first 10 minutes of this game. We've been the better team by far so far. Bruno Fernandes with another corner. Shula headed it on into Rashford, and Rashford puts it in the back of the net. The man looking at the far post gets the header on from Shula, finds the back of the net. That is why I like having a striker at the back post, because those are some tough shots to hit. Usually they have to hit him on the volley, or you have to head him in, one of the two. But he hits this one on the volley from a tight angle, and finds the back of the net. Rashford puts us 1-0 up in the 15th minute. See if we can carry on with this vein of form and put in a good performance and really set ourselves up for a confident performance versus Liverpool in the FA Cup final. I think they'll have all the confidence in the world if they can win this game and win the Premier League. So I'm going to take that confidence going into the FA Cup final that we can maybe get a result there. Especially another goal from Marcus Rashford, his 30th goal of the season. Nice play by Wan-Bissaka going down the right hand side. Crosses in low to Rashford, and he finds the back of the net. What was I saying? I think Liverpool will be a little bit downtrodden if they lose out on the Premier League on the last day. So maybe that could give us an advantage in the FA Cup final. An easy ball into Rashford and an easy goal. We are 2-0 up. I wish we could play like this versus... obviously, Arsenal aren't anywhere nearly as good as Real Madrid, but we looked so much better in these last 2 games. Rashford almost with a hat trick. Nice save by Leno. But this looks nothing like the team that played Real Madrid. Like, they're actually attacking. They're actually putting shots on target. They're hitting woodworks. Like, against Real Madrid, they're just hitting everything as far wide as they could possibly get. I don't understand this team. A nice ball in, but Talvin heads it right to Henderson. Henderson makes an important save. I wasn't positive about who to play in goal, because obviously De Gea's played amazingly this season as his shot goes wide. But Henderson's played really well recently, too. He's in good form. He's averaging like a 7.14 in his last 5, so... And I'm pretty sure he hasn't conceded a goal in a while with him in net. Obviously he plays against the weaker teams. As you just saw, Liverpool were up 2-0 on Brighton, so we need a point out of this game or else we're going to lose the league. And it looks like we're going to get that point. Probably 3, but at least 1 point. I'm going to say you might be winning, but that could all change if your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. Henderson's demotivated. Point my finger and say, you weren't that bad, but I have faith. We have absolutely dominated them this game. 14 shots to 4. 7 on target to, what do they have, 1? But they're looking to attack this time, but Shula gets the ball. Back to Henderson. Back to McTominay. Into Skriniar. Back to Henderson. We've played well out of the back pretty much for the most part this far this season. I remember one terrible ball by Shula that I can't remember who we were playing, but it just gave him a goal. But other than that, we've been playing pretty well from the back. Haven't made too many bad mistakes. I think that's probably the only mistake we've made all season. So I've been pretty happy with that, especially because Skriniar and Shula aren't the most ball-playing defenders. So to continue to be able to play out the back with them in there. As Bruno Fernandes scores the 3rd goal. Wan-Bissaka completely running this game. Just abusing the men down the right-hand side. Putting in nice crosses that find their target. He's not much of a dribbler, but he seems to do pretty well in that regard. He just holds onto the ball, finds the little bit of space, and finds a ball to Bruno Fernandes, who puts it in the back of the net. I think it's about time to rest players for the FA Cup final. I don't think we're going to lose from 3-0 up. Van de Beek's tired, but he hasn't played well, so I might play Pogba in the next match instead. I'm going to take Bruno off, bring on Fred. It's the only change I'm going to make so far. I don't want Bruno to get injured. If Bruno gets injured and is out for the FA Cup final, that is awful. Absolutely awful for us. So we really need Bruno fit and ready. He's the most important player to this team. Nice ball to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka with a chance for a goal, but Leno makes a good save. Looks like Wan-Bissaka shot that with his left foot, which is probably not very good. I don't know what his weak foot is, but I doubt it's very good. We have been peppering their goal recently. Just corner after corner as well. Brighton get one back, so Liverpool aren't easily going to get through that tie. But I still think they're going to come out with a win. But I still think we're going to come out with the win. An impressive performance to set up what should be a good game in the FA Cup final. As Arsenal look to attack, down the right-hand side with Tauvin, into Tonali, into Thiago Almada, to Partey, to Laborde, to Tavio, but it gets intercepted by the man of the match, Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka running down this right-hand side, puts in a cross, looking for Van de Beek, I think, but it gets headed out. Only as far as Fred. Puts it into Tellez. I might take Tellez off soon because he's just coming back from injury. Rashford with the ball now, looking to put in a cross. Finds Martial, and Martial finds the back of the net. The strikers are combining. They're scoring goals. Where has this been all season? Oh no. I know what this means. The strikers are scoring goals. This means they don't know how to find the back of the net next game. They're so inconsistent. That is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to score all these goals, be so good this game, and then be completely absent in the FA Cup final. I just know it. That is how they've played all season long. So I don't expect things to change there. It's probably going to happen. I'm going to speak it into existence, but it's probably going to happen. I'm going to take Tellez off, bring on Brandon Williams. I kind of want to take Wan-Bissaka off as well because he's played amazingly so far, and I don't want him to be hurt for the FA Cup final, but I also don't want Rashford or Martial to be hurt. And really, if Tellez got hurt, that wouldn't be the end of the world. And we have quite a few days before the FA Cup final, so I don't think anyone will be worried about their tiredness. Mostly, I just want to take off players that don't want to get hurt. There's a lot of them though, like Shula, Rashford, Martial, kind of Van de Beek, but Pogba can be an equal replacement. Wan-Bissaka. So who do I take off? Rashford's having a great game. I'll probably take off Rashford and Wan-Bissaka. Is Rashford on a hat trick? He is on a hat trick, so I don't really want to take him off because they always, oh, why didn't you take him off? He was on a hat trick. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to take off Rashford. I don't care. I don't care if he's on a hat trick. Bring on Patson Daka. Then here, probably in the 75th minute or so, I'll look to take off Wan-Bissaka. Bring on Dodo. Give him a little bit of match sharpness. So in case he needs to come off the bench, in case Wan-Bissaka's having a poor game in the FA Cup final, he'll be a little bit more ready for that game. Nice ball to Camavinga. In a lot of space. Finds a ball to Wan-Bissaka, who's been the danger man. Finds Fred. Into Daka. Daka's been pretty disappointing this season. I was hoping for a little bit more from him. He's had some good stretches, but he's had some other very boring stretches where he's not really done anything, which is what he's currently in right now. He's averaging like a 6.7 in his last 5. He just hasn't done anything in a long time. Sula with the corner, but he can't put it on goal. He does put it on a goal, but Leno makes the save. Arsenal players have been absolutely awful, except for Leno. I'm going to take off Wan-Bissaka, bring on Dodo. Those will be the end of my subs. Thanks I can't bring off Sula or Martial. I wish this was season 1 where we had extra subs. Because I would love to take off Martial and Sula right now. Maybe even Van de Beek. Because he's actually kind of turned in a pretty good performance recently. Last couple highlights or last couple of minutes, he's been pretty good. Nice ball through to Martinelli, though, and Arsenal pulled one back, but I think it's a little too late. I don't think this is going to be enough. I think this is just going to be a consolation goal. 4-1. I don't think they're scoring 3 more goals in 9 minutes. Looks like we're going to win the league. I forgot I took off Bruno Fernandes, who's our captain, and we don't have uh, our other captain on the bench. So, what is his name? The center back. As we score another goal, but it's offside. He's on the subs, I think. Maguire. That's his name. I knew it started with an M, but I couldn't think of it. Maguire. Maguire's not on the pitch either, so I don't know who's going to be the captain on the pitch right now. Maybe McTominay? I think it's going to be McTominay. I think he's usually the captain whenever those two guys aren't on the pitch. I don't know who else it would be. Yeah, I don't see anyone else it would be. Maybe Martial, but I don't think he's a good captain. I don't think he has good leadership, but probably McTominay will be lifting the trophy as we win the Premier League for the second straight season. If only we didn't completely choke in the Champions League semifinal, we could have completed this series in 2 seasons. But alas, it's going to a third. I don't know what changes I need to make for next season because, the strikers are good players. Rashford scored plenty of goals. Martial scored a decent amount of goals. Greenwood had scored quite a few goals until he got in his stretch where he couldn't find the back of the net. So I've got good goal-scoring strikers, but they're just so inconsistent. So I don't know if I need to bring in a striker or if I need to bring in, what other position am I really struggling with? Defensive midfielder still isn't consistent, but I spent $100 million on Joshua Kimmich. I can't really bring another player in for that position unless I can sell Kimmich for an equal amount of money. But I don't know. That's for me to think about later. I'm going to say congratulations, lad. I'm happy with your performances out there. Enjoy your success. These are the moments you remember when you hang up your boots. A great performance to win the Premier League title. Congratulations, Ryan. How good does it feel to win the Premier League? I'm delighted for everyone involved. It's taken a lot of hard work, but moments like these make it all worthwhile. Substituting Rashford when he's on a hat trick. I wouldn't want him to be. Stop it. I don't know why I'd ask you that every single time. It's like it's a cardinal sin to take someone off if they're on a hat trick. There are bigger things in life than hat tricks. We celebrate the quadruple, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, the Super Cup, and the Community Shield. Didn't we also win the FIFA Club World Cup? I thought we won the FIFA Club World Cup. We did. Or no, it's the EFL quarter. Yeah, we did. Why is that not counted? FIFA Club World Cup final. We won the FIFA Club World Cup. Why is that not counted among one of the trophies? Surely that's a trophy. Surely that's 5 trophies then. FIFA Club World Cup, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, the Super Cup, and the Community Shield. I don't know why it's not counting the FIFA Club World Cup, but consecutive Premier League wins for Manchester United. We have gotten Manchester United back where they should be, a perennial, top of the table team, perennial championship contender. All right, well, I'll be back for the Liverpool match. Hopefully we can continue that good performance we played against Arsenal, against Liverpool. It's going to be tough, but I said if we win this game that we would beat Liverpool, so I kind of have to continue on that streak, saying if we win this, we won this game, so I fancy ourselves versus Liverpool. Our strikers are finally scoring, but hopefully this doesn't mean they're going to stop scoring now, but let's get into it. I'll see you in a second for Liverpool in the FA Cup final. We are back on the day of the FA Cup final against Liverpool. We're going to go with the same squad that won last game against Arsenal, except De Gea comes back into goal. He is fit for this match, so he's going to play. He's been very good this season. I can't not play David De Gea. Dean Henderson's been great, but I think De Gea's just that little bit better. But other than that, it's the same squad that beat Arsenal. Wan-Bissaka gets to start at right back. He was fantastic. Camavinga was decent, so he's going to keep a deep line playmaker. Kimmich has just been in terrible form, so he's definitely not going to play. Tellez keeps it going at left back. Keeping with Donny van de Beek in midfield. He actually won, if we go back, and I can find it, he won English Players Player of the Year, which was kind of surprising. English Footballer of the Year, Donny van de Beek, and English Players Player of the Year, Donny van de Beek. How is it not Bruno Fernandes? He had the highest rating in the Premier League, I believe. I go to the Premier League. Yeah, 7.46 in the Premier League. How is it not Bruno Fernandes? I don't understand that. Bruno Fernandes had 12 assists. Asensio had 17 assists. That is craziness. Donny van de Beek had a good season, though, but I don't know if he's the best. Top goal scorer. Adama Traore, out of all players, had the second most goals in the Premier League. 20 goals, joint top with Salah, which like they played a 3 at the top, so he's played at striker all season, and he just banged in the goals. 20 goals, 10 assists. What a season from a guy with 10 finishing. And obviously his physicals are nuts, but other than that, the rest of his attributes are absolutely awful, other than his dribbling and flair. And crossing's decent, but yeah, I don't understand how he gets 20 goals. Rashford, third top goal scorer. I won manager of the year. And team of the year, we had Shula and Van de Beek. Again, don't know how Bruno Fernandes doesn't make it. That doesn't make any sense. Don't know how Roberto Firmino makes it. Like, he wasn't even in the top 3 goal scorers. The rest of them kind of make sense. I think De Gea should be in there over Allison, but De Gea split some time with Dean Henderson, so I kind of understand that. But let's get into this game. This is the squad I'm going with. Let's see if we can beat Liverpool and lift what I think is our 6th trophy of the year. They're saying it's only our 5th. For whatever reason, they're not counting the FIFA Club World Cup, but I'm counting this as a sextuple if we win this trophy. Let's get into it. See if we can win the FA Cup. It's going to be so tough. Like, this is the Liverpool squad. Trent at right back. Their normal center back. Nuno at left back. Yeah, that's... Curtis Jones starts up top. So no... they have to start Curtis Jones at striker. That's pretty good. No Roberto Firmino. They're not starting Gabriel Barbosa, but instead they're starting Curtis Jones. That's interesting, because I think Barbosa's been decent this season. So I don't know why they don't start him at striker. Or maybe start Salah at striker and start Barbosa at right wing, something like that. But they are going with Curtis Jones in the biggest game of the season. So, if you can pick up where you left off in the last match, you will get your hands on that trophy. I truly believe that. I have faith. I have faith. And Scotty and Tellez, I have faith. Everyone is motivated, but they were motivated against that Real Madrid in the first match, and we all saw how that one went. Well, Ryan, the big game is finally upon us. Can you win the FA Cup here today? We've managed to give ourselves a great platform on which to perform today, and I hope the players do themselves justice because they've been magnificent all season. Ryan, it's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? It's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity of the day and send the fans home happy. They are in ridiculous form. 5 wins in a row. I think they said they had won like 8 games in a row at least. Like, that's crazy. We've not been in that good of form. Good two straight good games in a row, though, so hopefully that means something. Hopefully we don't just fall apart again. Hopefully the strikers don't forget how to score. If this team really goes with how the strikers go, and Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes can't do it all himself. Like, he's had some very good games before where the rest of the team has done nothing and we still can't score goals, but this team really goes with the strikers. If the strikers are on form, we are one of the best teams in the world. If they're not on form, we are distinctly average. We still defend well, even when they're not on form, but we just can't score goals without in-form strikers. Obviously, with the formation, they don't have a whole lot of support. And obviously, the 2 midfielders get very far forward, and the wingbacks get very far forward, as Shula heads one over. But they're pretty isolated up top, so they really depend on each other to score goals. They really depend on them being clinical to score goals, and this has been a terrible first half. Absolutely nothing has happened. I'm going to point my finger and say I'm not happy. What an awful first half. Our strikers have forgotten to score. I called it last match. They score well one game. They get really good ratings one game. Then the game after that, they completely forget what to do. They forget how to play striker. And that's exactly what happened. I freaking called it. I hate that I called it, but I freaking called it. I'm not optimistic about how this game's going to end. Oh, that almost goes in for Mane. A nice save from De Gea, and De Gea makes the second save. De Gea is keeping us in this right now. Our strikers, hopefully they're not going to get to that ball, but hopefully they can kind of pull their heads out of their butts and figure it out, because, like I said, they don't have a whole lot of support, and they really depend on each other to do well. And, I mean, it's gotten us pretty... Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was going to be a sending off. Very dangerous slide in by Wan-Bissaka. He's having a poor game. De Gea with another huge save. I'm considering already taking Wan-Bissaka off. He's on a yellow, and he's playing poorly. I'll let it get to the 55th minute. If he doesn't do anything by then, yeah, I'm taking him off. I'm going to bring on Dodo. I don't want him to get sent off. Rashford's having an awful game. Van de Beek's playing poorly, and he's on a yellow. I'm going to bring in Pogba. Make 2 early subs. They're very good players off the bench, so hopefully they can make a difference. We have been awful this game. I'm considering going to a 4-2-3-1 because this tactic isn't really working, apparently. Shula heads that one out, only as far as Nuno Mendes, who's got McTominay. Is that closing? Yeah, McTominay closing him down. Makes a nice tackle, but don't tell me that's a red card. How is that a red card? That was not a 2-foot lunge. Are you kidding me? In what world is that a 2-footed lunge? That is ridiculous. Liverpool have bought this game. Absolutely absurd. We need to go to penalties now. Harry Maguire's coming on for Rashford. We're going to go with one up top. Hope for a counterattack or hope for penalties. Because that was absurd. I don't know how McTominay got sent off for that. That looked like a terrible red card decision. And if I get the chance to, I'm going to absolutely ream the officials in a press conference. That was not a red card. Absolutely not. That was a decent tackle. It looked like he won the ball even. So that was a horrible decision. Barbosa comes down to striker. They've gone to a 4-2-3-1. They've realized that this is their chance to win it in regular time. I'm going to encourage the team. Looks like we're going to get to extra time. Hopefully we can take this all the way to penalties. Because I don't think we're going to be scoring a goal. We've not been the better team. I'm not happy. And Scott, I know it wasn't I can't talk to Scott. Why can't I talk to Scott? Why can I only talk to Martial? I guess I can't talk to the players that have come off. I really want to tell Scott, how dare you get sent off, even though it wasn't his fault. That wasn't a sending off. Let's see if we can get a corner goal. That'd be nice. Bruno Fernandes puts it in for Shula, but Alexander-Arnold, of all players, wins the header. Nice ball into Skriniar, but he heads it over. Was he onside? He was onside. A perfect ball in, and Skriniar has to put that on target. We actually have the better ratings of the two teams. De Gea's played really well. Tellez just got sent off again, I think. I think we just got another sending off. That was the weakest foul I've ever seen. This ref needs to sort his crap out. He's given us 2 red cards that were never red cards. He barely grazed him, and he gave him a red card for that. This is I don't think FM is rigged, but if a game is ever rigged, this game was absolutely rigged in Liverpool's favor. There no way were those 2 sending offs. I don't know what to do now. No one on this team can play left back. I have no more subs. I guess I play Camavinga at left back. I don't know what else to do. He's pretty well rounded. He can probably do it. He's got the physicals for it. I'm going to change them to being Pogba, I guess, box to box. Fernandes as maybe Pogba's a deep line playmaker on support, and Fernandes as a box to box. Yeah, I mean, now we really need to go to penalties. Go defensive. Hold on to the ball as much as we can. Be more disciplined. Regroup, hold shape, slow the pace down. Bring the line back. Don't press as much. Don't fit your goalkeeper distribution. We need a miracle. Gonna encourage the team. Come on. See this game out. We're at extra time, halftime of extra time. If we can see this out and not allow a goal in extra time, we have a chance in penalties. Good God. This game, I don't understand. 3 men. We are down to 8 men. What am I supposed to do? This game was completely rigged against me. Martial's going to be a box-to-box midfielder. That's what's happening. No strikers. I don't know. Congratulations, you're an injured striker. What am I supposed to do with this game? This is absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen a more ridiculous game in my entire life. 8 men, 2 sending offs, and an injury to our best penalty taker, of course. Like, it couldn't be Camavinga, who can't take a penalty to save his life, who gets sent off. It's our best penalty taker when it's most likely we're going to penalties. What am I supposed to do? I can't take him off. I have no subs. Do I have extra subs and extra time? Do I have an extra sub? I do. I have an extra sub. Thank God. Martial, you're staying up top. Bring on Kimmich to be a box-to-box midfielder. Yeah. Do we have another sub? Can I bring on Brandon Williams? We do. How many subs do we have? Oh, we have a left back now. That's good. Maybe we had enough subs before. I thought we just had the 3 subs. Do I have any more subs? I don't really want to bring on Patson Daka or Fred. I'm going to stick with what I got. At least we have players that play in a position they know. I mean, it might be all for naught because I thought Dodo just got sent off too. I was going to crap my pants. If we had 3 sending offs in one game and a red injury, I was going to crap my pants. Let's just see this game out. We have 8 men. Well, we have 9 men, I guess, because we had a replacement for the injury. So we have 9 men at least. But, yeah, this is not looking very good. They are just throwing men forward because there are no threat of being scored on. And that's a goal. We lose the FA Cup because we get 2 sending offs that were absolute bullcrap. This ref, if I can destroy him in the press conference, I will absolutely murder him. Because that is a terribly officiated game. Absolutely one-sided. No, never in a world were those 2 sending off. I gotta go for it now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do I have a sub? Can I take off a center back? No, I don't have a sub. So, Sula's coming in at striker. He's going to play a target man on attack. I can't play with one center back. I've tried it before, and it just does not end well. Both wingbacks are going complete wingback on attack. They're going back to Mazzala's on attack. We just got to go for it. We have 9 men, but we've got to go for it. Very attacking. Extremely direct. Extremely high tempo. Run at defense. Shoot on sight. Don't play out of defense. Take long kicks. Distribute quickly. Counter press. Distribute over the defense. Actually, distribute to target man. Look for Shula. Much higher defensive line. All the pressing. Don't prevent short goalkeeper distribution. We need to throw everything forward looking for a goal, and I don't think it's going to happen because we have 9 men. But that is how the game ends. We win the Premier League, but we lose the FA Cup final because it is the most awfully reffed game I've ever seen in Football Manager. I'm far from pleased. How do you feel in the immediate wake of such disappointment? It's disappointing. Nobody wants to lose a final. Certainly not me. Commiserations, Ryan. Ask me about the ref, because I want to ream him. That was a very close game today. I know you must be disappointed with the result, but how did you rate the team's performances? We were lucky to take it to extra time. We were poor today and got what we deserved. Can I kill this ref? Not literally, but like in a press conference. 4 to 5 months for Bruno Fernandes. At least it's at the very end of the season. Send him to a specialist. Good God. Can I get to a press conference? I want you to see this press conference if I'm able to destroy this ref. Press conference. Let's do this. Hopefully they ask me about the refereeing. Jurgen Klopp has spoken positively about you despite the result out there today. How do you feel about his comments, given that things didn't go your way out there? Whatever. I want to hear about the refs. What impact will disappointment have on your Manchester United team? Will it be better for the experiences, and it'll only make us more determined to realize our potential as a team? It must be tough to have the FA Cup in your sights, only see it slip away like that. What's your reaction? It's a bit of a kick in the teeth. Come on, ask me about the refereeing. You brought your Manchester United team all the way to the final, only to suffer defeat. You must be devastated. We didn't do ourselves justice when it mattered most. The referee had a lot of work today with your team picking up several yellow cards. Does that evident aggression worry you? I didn't have a problem with our approach. I felt the referee was overzealous on some of those decisions, though. Alex Telles was sent off today. Do you think that was the turning point in the match? Can I say the referee should not have sent him off because it was a terrible sending off? Yes, I felt the contest was a close one up until that point. We didn't cope well after his dismissal. Jordan Henderson's late winner must have been a kick in the teeth. How will that moment affect the team? It's a gutting moment, but to be honest, we didn't deserve to get anything out of the game, so I can't have too many complaints. You think Liverpool's late goal and subsequent impact it had on the income was a fair result? It was probably the right outcome. Bruno Fernandes had a great game. Can you talk about that? He got injured. He's a great player, and I'm really happy for him. There we go. The referee was a center of attention today, sending off Scott McTominay in what somewhat controversial circumstances. Did the referee get that one wrong? I'm going to bang the table, and I'd say I don't care about the ramifications. There is no way that was a red card. What do you make of the claims that Jurgen Klopp has once again found himself on the favorable side of a controversial decision? He clearly paid the ref. Everyone's come to expect it by now. They get in the referee's ear early and end up getting their way. Scott McTominay's horror tackle. That was not a horror tackle. That was a good tackle. 30 years ago, we'd be applauding tackles like that, but I suppose that's just the way the game has changed. Absolute horrible refereeing. Please tell me they're going to fine me for that. Please fine me for that. I would love to see you fine me for saying the referee was an absolute joke, because that is never a red card. Criticizing the decision, risking punishment, and a sensational reaction to the controversial affair. I want to see what they do. We're going to keep going. I want to see what they say about that. I'll stand up season review. I guess we won't see it. That is going to be for next video. We will do the end of season review, and we will do the off-season, our little off-season special. So, obviously not the way we wanted to see this season end, but, I mean, 2 sending offs and an injury. 2 awful sending offs. I don't know what to say about that. Well, we won the Premier League at least, so we won something. At least we didn't come completely empty-handed. So, that's going to be the end of the episode. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. Links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.